Hi you guys, welcome back to the channel. This is Ozzy from Ozzy Rants. How are you all doing? I'm doing really good. I started summer training. I chose a subject game development and it is going so good. Honestly, I'm enjoying it so much and I'm literally in love with it. And in case you didn't notice, well, it's not that obvious, but I dyed my hair. You could probably see a little reddish tint in there, but this turned out way more red than I thought. I was going for a cherry coke color, but it's red. So we're going with it because I actually like this color now. Now today I'm gonna talk about something that is very embarrassing for me, like very embarrassing for me, and that is one book that I have not read at all. In all of my years of being a reader, I have not read this book. I've tried a million times to read it, but I just cannot seem to get into it. Now, you've probably heard of this book. It's a pretty popular, a genuinely very popular book. And it's got several movie adaptations. And as a reader, you probably will have read this book. So, without further ado, this is very embarrassing for me. Without further ado, this is The Pride and Prejudice by Jane Austen. Now, I know. As a reader, I should have read this book, but I just cannot seem to bring myself to do it because, first of all, it's a historical fiction, and I am not one to read history. I am a science kid at heart, through and through. I cannot, for the love of God, read history. Second, now I know the writing in this book is so good. I've read Emma by Jane Austen, and I actually liked it. And, but I cannot just seem to get into Pride and Prejudice. Like, it's just not possible for me. I have tried to read this book many times in my life. In fact, the first time I picked up this book was 7th grade in my school's library, and 13-year-old me fell asleep after reading 2 chapters because I just couldn't seem to get into the book. I tried again every single year, but I just could not read it. And I finally bought this book in hopes that I would actually finish it for once. And I did pick this up back in February, read 3 chapters, which is one chapter more from when I finished back then. But it's okay. I still have not finished this book. Now, I am not bashing anyone for loving this book. I am not bashing anyone for loving this book. I literally mean no offense when I say this is very boring. This is very boring. Sorry, Skylar. I know you love this book, but I just cannot read it. It's not my book. I cannot read it. There's something in me that's just stopping me from reading this book. And I know this is enemies to lovers, holy grail, and I genuinely, generally gobble that thing up, that trope up. But I cannot. I just cannot. I just cannot bring myself to read this book. Which is very weird of me. I'm so sorry. I am so sorry if you think this is offensive, but I just cannot read this book. Like, if you, I am number three. I am not a classical reader at all. I am a fantasy girl through and through. If you told me, oh my god, have this fantasy book and have Pride and Prejudice, I would obviously go the fantasy side because that is me. I am in love with fantasy books. That's how I started reading, in fact. Because fantasy books, I've grown up with Percy Jackson, Six of Crows, Shadow and Bone, Lord of the Rings, and the likes. I just cannot read classical fiction. I know, I cannot read a classical fiction. There, I said it. I cannot just read a classical fiction. Now, Picture of Dorian Gray on the other hand, I devoured that book in a single day. That was so good. This, I just cannot read it. This, I just cannot. I've got Picture of Dorian Gray here, and I read this book in one single sitting. This book, on the other hand, I've tried it 5 times. Cannot finish it. Because, I just don't want to. I don't know. It's just, I want to finish this. Scratch that. I want to finish this book, but something is prohibiting me from doing so. Like, I don't know. It's the writing, it's the setting, it's the whole old Victorian English. I just cannot read this, which is very embarrassing for me because this is everyone's favorite book in bookstagram, in the book community. I am so sorry if this video is offensive. I am so sorry. But I had to voice my thoughts out. Because, like, I've seen this book everywhere. I've tried a million times to read it. I just, for the love of God, for the love of chocolates, cannot read this book. Because it's very boring for me. And I promise I will try to read this again. Like, I will pick it up someday. Hopefully, someday, I'll finish this book for once. And well, that was it for today. Now, if this whole thing like you found this whole thing offensive or you found this extremely funny, kindly hit that subscribe button down below. Like it's a red color thingy. Like I'll probably find it like here. No, here. I think you'll probably find it here, and just or here. I don't care wherever it is, just hit that red button and like this video, share this video to everyone so that they can make more fun of me. And that's it for today, folks. Anyway, stay safe, y'all. Go drink some water. Happy Pride Month! And I know this is June. Happy Pride Month! And go drink some water. Stay safe. Love you all. Bye.